why is it important to learn how to go into a superconscious state? Well, let me think. That's a state where you can tap into your intuition. You can tap into your deep sense of fulfillment and joy in yourself. You can tap into your unlimited power. You can tap into all the answers that you ever need, the wisdom in your life. It's all right there waiting for you to tap into.
I expected God to give me the lightning bolt. I did. I thought God was going to say, okay, Michelle, I hear you. Here it is. You need to go right down the street right now and go to number 12. Knock on the door. They'll know exactly who you are. They're going to offer you the job, and you're going to be set in your purpose. But it doesn't work that way. We know it doesn't work that way. For most of us, discovering our purpose is an unveiling through a lifetime.
So what I want to start with, though, is a sense of getting you to express something about a talent domain that you have that you might have foreclosed on. So when I talk about talent, I'm talking about it in traditional sense, but not totally. So leadership is also a talent. So we can look at it in terms of art, music, dance, poetry, writing. Athletic talent is another one. So we're going to talk about all those different talent domains and what happens from when our point of conception forward with those talents.
Now here's where the magic happens. In order to push to the last stage, which is affection, we call it love, connectedness, communion, which is very close to community, all the values that you have up there. What must happen is each individual member in that group must be willing to let go of the barriers that they have within them that is preventing them from being in love. And I'm going to say it that way to this group.
Go to www.earthseeds.org to learn more about what we're doing with that. Several people mentioned today about the idea of personal transformation as part of the planetary transformation. One of the things we do at Earth Seeds, to take a litmus test, it has to be helpful to the person, to the public, to the planet, and then what I would call the fourth P is power. You'd call it spirit, God, goddess, all that is, divine intelligence, whatever you want to use to term that the Tao that can't be named, that animates us all.
Not often you get an invitation or a welcome from God. That is pretty doggone cool. Except that I think that every single one in this room is a spark of God, and that is even more dynamite. We know that we've been acculturated to believe in the truth of the scientific modality, which says that you're measuring and remeasuring, and it has some sort of measurability. Quantum physics says that doesn't hold anymore. And those who are moving in consciousness are tending to agree with quantum physics that there has to be more to what.
Well, of course, release of toxins, is essential to, the maintaining of an immune system, of a healthy immune system. And, so much of alternative medicine is focused on releasing toxins in one way or another, but yet even in alternative medicine, not so much attention is given to, the release of toxins through proper breathing, and that's 70%. So by doing breath work, you are actually opening your lungs, you're opening your breathing capacity, not just during the session, but with continued breath work, you're increasing your capacity to breathe every day.
Bottom line, we've got to change the way we live by being more responsible for ourselves. We've seen that with Katrina, we've seen it with Galveston. Anything that you can do to help worms and bees is wonderful, because they are, if we didn't have worms, we wouldn't have an earth. We actually would not have soil. You wouldn't have food to eat. So next time you see a worm sitting out in the dry sun, pick him up and cover him with a little bit of soil and show him your appreciation, because they really do more for you than probably any of your friends and family do.
I'm sure all of us have had big defining moments in our lives. Those moments that have made us just step back and have to take a deep breath, reorient ourselves. Something else comes to us. We realize a new priority, a new value system, a new way of being. If you haven't been there yet, it's coming. You know, and they're really beautiful blessings. They're blessings. Diamonds are created from pressure, and it's that pressure in life that really transforms us or allows us the opportunity to transform. And the funny thing about life that I've picked up over the years is that if we don't get the lesson, what happens? It comes back. It comes back in another way, in another form. It stacks on itself.
So I suggest if you really want to be fulfilled, if you really want to take your life to a completely new level, that you set some goals around that in this moment,